God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul. You did not arrive at this moment by accident, and you are not reading these words by chance. There are times in life when everything feels heavy, when the mind becomes tired of carrying questions that never seem to end, and the heart quietly wonders how much longer it can keep going without clear direction. This moment is one of pause, not because you are stuck, but because something new is preparing to enter your awareness. You may have been walking forward even when you felt uncertain, holding yourself together in ways no one noticed. There were moments when you smiled outwardly while feeling worn down inside, moments when you kept showing up even though you felt unseen. Those moments were not wasted. They were shaping your inner strength, teaching you patience, and preparing you for a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. Right now, you are being invited to slow your thoughts and listen beneath the noise. Not every answer comes through urgency. Some answers arrive through calm recognition, through a quiet knowing that settles gently in the heart. When you allow yourself to be still for even a short moment, clarity begins to rise naturally, without force. You are entering a phase where awareness matters more than effort. Instead of pushing harder, you are learning to align wiser. This is where true transformation begins. When your intentions become clear and your actions become conscious, life responds in subtle but meaningful ways. What once felt confusing starts to make sense, and what once felt delayed begins to move. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling tired. Rest does not mean failure, it means renewal. You are allowed to release the pressure of always having to figure everything out at once. Some things reveal themselves only when you are ready to receive them with understanding rather than fear. This message comes to remind you that beginnings do not always look dramatic. Sometimes, a new beginning starts as a quiet decision to trust again, to hope again, or to believe that your life can unfold with more peace than struggle. These small inner shifts are powerful. They change the direction of your journey in ways that last. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not lacking. You are in a season of realignment, where what truly belongs to you begins to recognize you. As you continue forward with awareness and sincerity, you will notice that your choices feel clearer, your boundaries feel stronger, and your path feels more honest. Let these words sit with you. Do not rush them. Allow them to settle into your thoughts and your breathing. The more present you are with this moment, the more you open yourself to guidance that is steady and grounding rather than overwhelming. This is not about instant change, it is about meaningful change. It is about understanding that even 2 quiet minutes of awareness can shift how you see yourself, how you see your life, and how you move forward from here. When you choose presence, you choose growth. God says. As you remain with this message, let your breathing slow and your attention settle. The most meaningful changes often begin when you stop rushing your inner world and allow understanding to rise on its own. You are being invited into a deeper awareness of how your thoughts, choices, and intentions shape the direction of your life. This is not about forcing outcomes. It is about aligning yourself with clarity and steadiness so that progress becomes natural rather than exhausting. You have learned a great deal through experience, even when lessons felt uncomfortable. Each challenge refined your perception, teaching you discernment and resilience. Where you once reacted, Quickly, you are now learning to respond thoughtfully. Where you once doubted yourself, you are beginning to recognize your inner strength. These shifts are subtle, but they are powerful, and they mark the beginning of a more grounded phase of your journey. There is wisdom in choosing patience over pressure. When you allow things to unfold with intention, you gain the ability to see beyond immediate emotions and temporary setbacks. You start to recognize patterns that once felt confusing, and you understand why certain paths did not work out. This understanding frees you from repeating old cycles and opens space for choices that feel aligned with who you are now. You may notice that your priorities are changing. What once demanded your energy may no longer feel worthy of it. This is growth. You are learning to protect your peace and invest your focus where it truly matters. When your energy is focused, your actions become purposeful, and your progress becomes consistent. Trust is being rebuilt within you, not blind trust, but a calm confidence in your ability to navigate life with awareness. You are realizing that you do not need constant reassurance to move forward. You need clarity, integrity, and patience. These qualities are forming a strong foundation that supports lasting fulfillment rather than fleeting excitement. This phase invites you to listen more deeply to your inner guidance. That guidance does not shout, it speaks softly through intuition, reflection, and calm insight. When you honor it, decisions become easier, and confusion loses its grip. You begin to act from understanding rather than fear, and your choices reflect your true values. You are also learning the importance of balance. Effort matters, but rest matters too. Action is necessary, but reflection is equally essential. When these elements are balanced, life flows with greater ease. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself through constant motion. You understand that progress includes moments of stillness. Let go of the belief that transformation must be dramatic to be real. Some of the most meaningful changes happen quietly, within your mindset and your daily habits. When you commit to honesty with yourself and consistency in your actions, results follow in their own time. This is sustainable growth, steady, authentic, and lasting. As you continue forward, remember that awareness is a choice you make again and again. Each moment you choose presence over distraction, you strengthen your connection to purpose. Each time you choose integrity over convenience, you reinforce your path. These choices accumulate, shaping a destiny that reflects your true intentions. Stay with this awareness. Allow it to guide your next steps gently and confidently. You are not being rushed, you are being prepared. What comes next will meet you where you are aligned, not where you are anxious. This is the nature of a true new beginning, one built on clarity, patience, and trust. God says. As you continue listening within yourself, something subtle yet powerful begins to shift. You may not notice it immediately, but there is a quiet rearrangement happening inside your thoughts, emotions, and expectations. You are starting to see your life not as a series of random events, but as a journey that has been teaching you precisely what you needed to learn at each stage. Even the moments that once felt confusing now begin to make sense when viewed through a calmer lens. You have reached a point where awareness matters more than reaction. In the past, you may have felt compelled to respond quickly to everything around you, but now you are learning the value of pause. That pause is not weakness. It is wisdom. It allows you to choose your responses with clarity rather than impulse. Through this, you are gaining control over your inner world, and that control creates stability in your outer world. There is a deeper understanding forming about your own worth. You are realizing that your value does not come from constant struggle or approval from others. It comes from alignment with your truth and consistency in your actions. When you honor yourself, you naturally attract situations and people that reflect respect and balance. This is not coincidence. It is the result of inner alignment. You may feel guided to release old expectations that no longer serve you. Not because they were wrong, but because you have outgrown them. Growth requires letting go of what once felt necessary but now feels limiting. This release creates space for something more fitting to enter your life, something that resonates with who you are becoming, not who you were. Your relationship with time is also changing. You are learning that not everything must happen immediately to be meaningful. Some things require patience to mature properly. When you stop rushing outcomes, you begin to appreciate progress in its natural rhythm. This patience strengthens your confidence because you trust that what is meant for you will arrive at the right moment. You are also becoming more discerning with your energy. You are noticing which thoughts empower you and which ones drain you. This awareness allows you to redirect your focus toward growth and away from unnecessary stress. Over time, this practice builds emotional resilience and mental clarity. You become less affected by external noise and more guided by inner certainty. There is a sense of responsibility emerging, not a heavy burden, but a calm commitment to living intentionally. You are beginning to understand that your choices shape not only your experiences, but also the quality of your peace. When you choose honesty, patience, and kindness, you create an environment where growth feels safe and sustainable. Moments of stillness are becoming meaningful to you. Silence no longer feels empty, it feels restorative. In these quiet moments, insight arises naturally. You hear your own intuition more clearly. You recognize subtle guidance that was always present but previously overlooked. This connection to your inner guidance is strengthening, and it will continue to support you as you move forward. You are not being asked to change who you are at your core. You are being asked to trust who you are becoming. The lessons you have learned, the resilience you have built, and the awareness you now carry are preparing you for a future that feels more balanced and fulfilling. This preparation is gentle, steady, and deeply personal. As you stay present with this understanding, allow yourself to feel gratitude for how far you have come. Gratitude does not deny challenges, it acknowledges growth. It reminds you that every step, even the difficult ones, contributed to your strength and wisdom. With this mindset, you move forward with confidence rather than doubt. Remain open to continued learning. Life will keep offering opportunities for refinement and understanding. Each opportunity is a chance to deepen your awareness and strengthen your alignment. When you approach these moments with curiosity instead of fear, transformation feels natural and empowering. Let this awareness continue to guide you. You are not alone in this process. You are supported by the clarity you are developing and the wisdom you are cultivating. This is how true change unfolds, not suddenly, but steadily, through conscious choice and inner alignment. God says, as you remain present with this message, allow yourself to feel how much you have already changed. Growth does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it arrives quietly, showing up as calm where there was once restlessness, as understanding where there was once confusion, and as steadiness where there was once doubt. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of awareness slowly taking root within you. You are learning that life responds differently when you move with intention rather than urgency. When you choose to pause before reacting, when you choose to reflect before deciding, you give yourself the gift of clarity. This clarity becomes your compass. It helps you recognize what aligns with your values and what quietly pulls you away from them. With each mindful choice, you strengthen your sense of direction. There is also a deeper sense of responsibility forming, not the kind that feels heavy or overwhelming, but the kind that feels empowering. You are realizing that your thoughts shape your experiences, and your consistency shapes your outcomes. This understanding brings freedom, because it reminds you that you are not powerless in your own life. You are an active participant in how your days unfold. You may notice that your definition of success is changing. It is no longer only about reaching external milestones. It is also about inner peace, emotional balance, and the ability to remain grounded regardless of circumstances. This shift is significant. It allows you to appreciate progress without pressure and achievement without anxiety. When success is defined by alignment, it becomes sustainable. Your relationships, both with others and with yourself, are also being refined. You are learning to communicate more honestly, to listen more deeply, and to set boundaries that protect your peace. These changes do not create distance, they create authenticity. When you show up as your true self, connections become more meaningful and supportive. There is wisdom growing in your patience. You understand now that timing matters, and that forcing outcomes often leads to unnecessary strain. When you trust the process and remain committed to your principles, things unfold with greater ease. What arrives in this way tends to stay, because it is built on stability rather than haste. Moments of uncertainty may still appear, but they no longer define you. You recognize them as passing signals rather than permanent states. Instead of being pulled into worry, you gently return to presence. This ability to recenter yourself is a strength you have cultivated over time, and it will continue to serve you well. As you move forward, remember that awareness is a practice, not a destination. Each day offers opportunities to choose mindfulness, gratitude, and integrity. These choices shape your character and influence your path. Over time, they create a life that feels coherent and purposeful, even when challenges arise. You are allowed to trust yourself. You are allowed to move at a pace that feels right. You are allowed to believe that meaningful change can happen without chaos. When you honor these truths, you create an environment where growth feels natural rather than forced. Let this message be a reminder that beginnings often start quietly. A new chapter does not always begin with dramatic shifts, sometimes it begins with a clear intention and a calm commitment to live more consciously. This is how lasting transformation unfolds, through presence, patience, and purpose. Stay connected to this awareness. Let it guide your decisions and steady your steps. You are not required to have all the answers right now. You are required only to remain honest, attentive, and open to learning. From this place, your path continues to reveal itself with clarity and grace. If this message felt like it was speaking directly to you, like this video as a sign of agreement with your new beginning. Comment Amen if you receive this guidance, share it with someone who needs clarity today, and subscribe now so you don't miss the next message meant for your journey.